I'm slightly flustered. It's because my PC crashed during the middle of the last live show, so we have actually got a full panel running, and I'll introduce them, then take myself off mute and them off mute so you can hear their dulcet tones as they are hopefully in the midst of a debate now. So joining us we have Slick James Johnson, Physics Warrior, Paul and Chocolate Sayin. Hopefully I can get all their attention, no more technical issues. How are you doing all?
Very good, very
Great.
Hello, hello.
So the rules of logic is, if followed, then science can be proven. If you get rid of the rules of logic and absolutes, you can't even do science. You can't do science without absolutes.
Good morning, guys. My bad. How's everybody?
Hey, good morning, Chuck.
Physics, what's up, brother?
Hey, all good, all good.
Very interesting discussion you guys are having.
Sure, absolutely. Staying on the level.
I like it. I like it.
I think it's good.
But
I did have a question though.
Well, here's the thing. Let me finish off this last. I just want a statement. I mean, if you're keeping it secular, Jesus. But here's the point. I mean, you could have an actual worst car salesman in there, and then he's going to pick up the flat Earth and believe in the flat Earth, but yet he's still going to be a worse car salesman. I mean, you want to. Is it really secular?
What's your point?
Well, my point is really my question is everybody's reality and opinions is quite different, and that's why when you say Earth to me, flat Earth to me, I definitely need to know exactly what is your construct of Earth, because you're putting your imagination on my level.
No, I'm not putting my imagination on your level. I'm putting indoctrination on your level and saying, check the indoctrination, because we've been lied to about so many things.
Sure, I mean that's why I don't want to use the word Earth on my level.
Well, I can't talk to you unless you're going to talk what humans talk about and be objective and have something objective, because then everything is nebulous and floating around, and we have nothing to tie anyone down to. Like I said, you can't have real science without objective truth. You can't have science without math. You can't do anything without a reality to base it off of.
But I am
Just
being
starts-
objective. I am being objective. I mean, I have no proof of the ball. I'm asking you proof for the Earth, a flat Earth.
I don't have to prove the flat Earth. Everyone's telling me it's spinning, and I can prove, and you said it's not. That's enough for me.
Acceptable.
I mean, I know what spinning is. Just go on a carnival ride. You know what spinning is.
Correct.
Okay, so make up this magic force called gravity. It's better than super glue. It's free. It's like Velcro. Oh, you can't say it's Velcro. That's a flat Earth term. Yeah, but you say it attaches everything to this Earth. Well, why does it need to attach anything to the Earth? Well, because the Earth is spinning. Yeah, but I don't feel spinning. No, you got to believe it's spinning because we tell you it's spinning.
Wait a second. That's what I want to ask you. What are you talking about with gravity and the spinning? How are those related?
Well, first off, I was talking to the other guy. Who are you? And I don't even know what question you have.
It's Paul.
Hi,
But
Paul.
you keep saying that we're spinning because there's gravity and you need spinning for there to be gravity. I never heard that before.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that is what the education system has taught us throughout the years.
No one's ever taught me that. No one ever.
Well,
I think you got a little mixed up.
No, if I say I've been taught that, I'm not mixed up. You just haven't been taught it. That's all.
Well, explain that then. What is the spinning supposed to mean in the globe Earth gravity model?
Well, are you kidding me? 1,000 miles at the equator, 66,000 miles around the sun, 500,000 miles in our solar system, and over 1,000,000 miles plus in the Milky Way. That's not enough?
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that before. What I'm asking you is, what does the spinning have to do with gravity?
Well, they're tying it to gravity.
I don't think they do.
Okay, fine. I'm not going to
Never heard that before.
Well, only from K to 12, that's all.
Shout out to Jen.
Alrighty then.
Took the words out of my mouth.
Paul sounds just like a country version of Kosho.
I was just thinking the same
Like,
thing.
serious. Seriously, bro. He sounds like Kosho, like, grew 2 inches or something.
I don't know who that is, but no, I'm glad to be on your show, Nathan. I've been listening for a long time.
Nice to have you, Paul.
Thank you.
Kosho, you sure that's not you, bro?
Excuse me?
Sure you're not Kosho?
I don't know who this show is. No.
Okay, no problem. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So, Paul, what is your take on the Earth situation?
To be honest with you, I'm a bit on both sides most of the time, but when I heard him say that about the spinning, I swear to you, I've never heard that on a flat Earth or globe Earth model. I've never heard that before. Is that the way it's supposed to work?
I'm not sure myself. I'm just kind of going by the going story that there is spinning. So I'm not exactly sure why they say it's spinning.
Hey. I just don't think it's got anything to do with gravity. That's all.
What they're saying is, as it's spinning, which is what they're saying, not me, gravity keeps the oceans stuck to the Earth. That's what they're saying. And us, and everything else.
So if you want more information on this subject, Jeranism recently released a video. I think it's entitled "The Earth is Not Spinning" or "Is the Earth Spinning?" or words to that effect. It's his most recent semi-short edited video. And he explains the difference between centripetal and centrifugal forces. So check that video out if you want a more concise or more expansive, description.
So that's a very interesting question about this spin. What's up with this spin? Where's the spinning idea coming from, and what is the purpose of it?
Well, I think, just off the top of my head, Slick, we were geocentric. Sun, the moon, the stars spin around Earth as being the center, and they changed it to heliocentric, and now we're spinning around the sun. So that's probably where the jump came.
Oh, I think I say so. What they did was they needed the spinning to account for what we see in the sky. Okay.
Correct. And day on one side of the globe and night on the other. And when it spun, it would reverse itself.
Paul, what are your thoughts on that?
I'm sorry, I missed that. Something about the spin?
Yeah, I said, what are your thoughts on that? What 10th Man just said was that in the geocentric model originally, there was no spinning, and the stars just simply rotated. But once it went to the heliocentric model, where the Earth was spinning to account for the stars, the effect that they had on the geocentric model. I was asking, what is your take on it?
Now, I wouldn't know too much about that. That you said there was a geocentric model where it was not spinning. I wouldn't know about that.
I see.
Shout out to Kosho.
You know that picture we see of Polaris and all the stars spinning around it, Slick? You've seen that picture many times, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I reached out to professional photographers uh, via the internet and asked, how does this picture get taken? And they all responded, you need a stable tripod. You cannot move it.
Wow.
They all responded with that, right? So I checked into it some more and I started looking at all the pictures I could find from different photographers online. And there's some really beautiful pictures they take of this motion. And they even have it on the track, like it's moving on a track as well as everything else. There's so many ways they can do it. But if you don't have a stable tripod, it's like bumping your camera while you're taking a picture of something and then looking at it on your phone and see that it's blurred.
Right.
So then they delete that picture and say, okay, let me do it again. This time I won't move my hand. And then they take it and they get the picture that they, desire. So when you look at those pictures, if the Earth is spinning at the same time that the stars are spinning, you would have to have a streak in the direction of the Earth spinning as well as the circular motion. But you never
Right.
see that. You only see the circular motion.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, so in those pictures right there, that proves that the luminaries above us are spinning because in the foreground of the pictures you see the tree, a telephone pole, a mountain top, and it's always in focus.
I never thought of that. 10th man, you asked some tough questions.
It's funny how things don't seem to really work when they're moving and orbiting and spinning, right? Everything seems to work on a flat, non-rotational plane. Isn't that funny?
Hmm. Well, you saw the NASA documents and the aerospace documents and the government documents all saying all their uh, flight equipment and testing equipment is based on the flat Earth, non-moving Earth. Saw those things, didn't you?
I think I know.
I
I've seen.
mean, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. I was just. Are you talking about those documents that where it says at the bottom that these were using flat Earth representation? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and one of them had to do with the space shuttle too.
Yeah, I know. I've seen one or two of those.
Yeah, I've seen many different ones from NASA to Martin Marietta to all the different space agencies and the subcontractors. Everything is said to be taking their readings and measurements off of non spinning flat surface Earth. They all say it. Now, why would they have to say that? Why would you even put that in there?
Because they have to tell the truth while they're giving you the bullshit. That's how that works.
It just shocked me. Yeah, you're right, Chocolate, because they say it because that's what we're on. And who reads those papers until the year 2018, 2019? I mean, they had us fooled so much.
I mean,
Well,
personally, I'm still waiting to hear the account of some pilot that was actually taught to fly on a ball. Because from all the pilots that I've heard, they assess the Earth as flat and non-rotational when they are learning to fly. So where's the transition to teaching them how to fly on a ball? Because I mean, the airline industry is pretty important, pretty significant. You've got people's lives in your hands all the time. You would think if the Earth is a spinning ball, that you would take that into account and teach them how to do that. But yet we're told by Globers, oh, it's just easier to teach them on a flat, non-rotational plane. Well, how is that easier when that's not reality? That's my problem.
Sure.
and one thing that I'm just noticing is that, and this is a first for me, I've never seen a globe person silenced to this effect before. So 10th man, I don't know what you're working with, but you were sure working with something.
Expand on that. I'm lost in what you just said.
And what I'm saying is, with the case that you're presenting, you have
Oh, okay.
totally silenced the globe person, and that's kind of a first for me. So whatever you're working with something.
Well, just observations and my reality. Like you say, the experience we're having proves that experience that we're having. And that's our reality. And then I have someone telling me, no, that's not your reality. You're on the ball, it's spinning, it's doing this. I'm saying, okay, provide some proof. And that's why on the last, not the last show, but a few shows ago, when you were going with that one Glober and you said, where is this proof? And all he had was that paper with drawings and circles. And you said, give me the proof and I'll believe it. Basically, you were saying that. Prove it to me and I'll believe it. And he couldn't prove it. It was awesome. It was just his drawings. But their everyday experience will tell them otherwise. I mean, the longest plane flight I ever took was from Hawaii to Madrid, Spain. And it was with like Hawaii to LAX, 1 hour, 1.5 hours before LAX to Georgia, 2 hours from Georgia all the way to Madrid. And I saw the same thing the pilot saw, except he had a better view because he's got the front windows. They know it's flat.
And they got it even better because they don't have the same curve in the windows that we do in the passenger seats.
Well, what I'm referencing, because you're right, the windows on the passengers are smaller, and but I'm talking about where the horizon rises to. Even through those windows, the horizon rises to your eye level. That cannot
Oh,
happen on a
definitely,
ball. That
definitely.
cannot happen on the ball, period. Never, ever, ever cannot happen on the ball from sea level to high altitude balloon for the horizon to rise to eye level of where the camera lens middle is. If it's if you're 128,000 feet. But I've been at 40,000 feet, 35,000 feet, 30,000 feet. That horizon pops up to my eye, just like when I had my boat in Newport Beach and I was at sea level. It's right at the same spot. We can't be on the ball. We would see it.
Yeah, I think it's obvious. Your plane example is a very good one because if it's curving through the window view, then all you've got to do is carry that curve around to the other side of the plane and it'd be significantly lower. In other words, you'd have to be in a bank to achieve that. But lo and behold, you turn around, look out the other window, and the horizon's at eye level on both sides of the plane.
You know,
So, as with everything, you've got to take into account all of the different things that we would take apart. The assumption of R, a geometric calculation in terms of the Rayleigh criterion, i.e. the angular resolution limit or diffraction limit of the camera, conditions on the day, all that kind of stuff has to be taken into consideration in terms of where the horizon will actually fall. So it can make I don't know, not a massive amount of difference, but obviously if you can see further, it's going to raise where the horizon is. Again, the conditions on the day itself, the actual atmospheric conditions will make a difference to where the horizon actually sits. But the point is, as you look through 360 degrees, it's not going to be dropping or curving. If it was, that would be visually obvious at altitude, but it isn't. The horizon is at the same level. So there we go. The horizon does rise with you. It should drop away if you're on a sphere. That's the bottom line.
yeah, and I think I think Rory on My Perspective channel from South Africa that has done some tremendous work on this because he's an artist and he studied perspective. And perspective is like if someone, I heard somebody, I don't know what show it was, said, what's the one thing if you could say in one word, is the greatest thing of value or the biggest knowledge about this whole phenomenon and this whole thing about flat Earth, globe Earth, etc. And the guy said, perspective. Because we, with our eyes, have to encounter perspective. And they use our eyes against us when our eyes are limited. And so you just have to realize, like you said, Nathan, if you're at sea level, you can only see so far, and then there's atmospheric conditions, etc. But as you go higher, if we're on the ball, that horizon shouldn't keep coming up. It should be dropping down.
You know, I think it's a matter of like what was happening yesterday with Tommy Henchman, I think his name is, when he was losing his mind. I think that that's the only method that they really have to deal with this, is to either, you know, accept it or just go berserk. And that's what Tommy did yesterday. It seemed like if he was here right now, he would really have a hard time with this, because the other guy here, Paul, he's not saying a word right now. I wonder what Tommy would be doing under these exact same circumstances.
And I'm just listening. I learned about that NASA paperwork. You said it says it's flat, and the pages about the spaceships climbing up. Is that real?
Yeah. The NASA documents, the government documents, the military documents, all of their instrumentation is set to work on a flat plane Earth, not a globe. It says it in the actual, like if you went and bought a computer and you were reading the manual on it, it would be the same thing. It'd be in the manual. So why would they say that if the Earth was a ball?
Yeah, okay, it's closed right there.
Yeah,
exactly.
I've got a document downloaded on my phone right now, which is the NASA, I believe it's aircraft uh, linear deviation flight, something like that, about, you know, flight. And basically, many times in this document, it states that the Earth is flat and non-rotational. I mean, they say in the first line, in the subject line, it's stated clearly, we take the Earth as flat and non-rotational. And that's coming from NASA. Same people that give you the beautiful picture of the ball.
What's the name of this here document?
If you
I
go to
gotta go.
Google,
I
if
gotta
you go to
find the direct name, but I'll give me a second. Unless somebody
while
else
he's
knows it.
yeah, while he's
I
doing
got
that,
you there.
all you got to do is go to YouTube or Google and type in NASA military documents, flat stationary Earth, and it'll come up.
Thank you for that.
Hi, Chris.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, that's probably easier because I'm at work. I can't really look for that right now.
Hi, Chris. Can you hear us?
Yep. Hello.
Hello. Good to have you.
I just wanted to join and say if that's really Coach Joe, he's just goofing up.
We knew that.
Who is this guy, Coach Ho? I'm late to this guy. Who is he?
He's on Jim Panda's Discord server.
What is that?
It's a flat Earth reverse rounder Discord server.
What's Discord? Educate me.
Oh God. It's like an online live chat and voice chat, forum chat and voice chat.
Okay.
I mean, I don't.
Kind
It's
of like
hard
a hangout. Is it like a hangout?
Yeah, it's like a hangout. It's more advanced. There's more features. Yeah, he's joking around. Like he doesn't sound like that. He's sounding all country, and he's like, "Hey there, boy, where's that document at?" There? He's just goofing around.
Are you talking about me?
That's good though, man. It's good.
Man,
You're not
you got
known
me
for a
laughing.
show.
You guys have me laughing. I don't even know what's going on.
All right. I'm going to read this.
is great. Chewing
Kosho, come
tobacco?
on,
No.
man. How many times we spoke to you, Kosho? Come on, man. You're not fooling nobody.
This is great.
And on Discord, they always tease me because I can't recognize voices.
What, you supposed to be clairvoyant?
Slick is curve man or woman.
Who curved? I've never thought about it.
All right, just checking.
How
What
you
is?
guys handle more than one show, I don't know.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
I mean, I've never been on another debate show. This is the only show I've been on, and I'm I'm hearing there's other shows, and so some of you guys make the rounds, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was 10th talking. I thought that was physics. Now that time I got the voices confused.
No, it's I didn't even know what a troll was until I posted a comment on Phuket's channel. He did a good video, so I sent him a shout. Next thing I know, I get barraged by these people attacking me for saying something nice about a video somebody made. So I did the normal thing. I responded back. The thing would never stop, back and forth, back. I said, finally, I'm done. Anytime someone trolls me, I just don't even respond anymore.
Yeah. From what I get from the point of trolling is to sort of try to scare or shame you out of your thought processes.
Yeah, I agree. They don't offer any questions. They make general statements. They're not open to discussion. They just want to jump on you for believing a certain way. And I deal with people who believe in so many different ways. I have wonderful discussions with them because we respect each other.
Right. You can usually spot the troll because they'll say stuff like, you utter moron, and you're so stupid. So when you
That's
hear
right.
things like that, yeah, that's a dead giveaway.
That's right. But I'm new to the game.
Speaking of rumpus, I was on one of these other debate shows a couple days ago, Jose's Hangout, and they were going over what things here from the bottom up and all these things. He pulled up one of Ranty's photos of windmills, and he asked me why things disappear from bottom up if it wasn't curvature, and I said, well, there's a lot of potential causes, and I said, well, right now the picture you're looking at has a very obvious refraction line and fold, and he said, yeah, it does. So that's the cause of, at least in this picture, it disappearing from bottom up. So he had to concede, and he did concede. He did concede that that was a potential cause. Now he also continued to say, well, it's in this picture it's refraction and curve, but either way, he did concede that we now know refraction can cause things to disappear from the bottom.
Well, at least something came out of Rumpus. When someone is messing with me, I just say, stop rumpusing. They go, what's that? They go, oh, gosh. Nathan's got a new term that we're all using. Don't rumpus me. It's going to be in the dictionary soon.
Well, I just don't know why they keep asking us after, what, 1 year, 2 years, of why things are disappear from the bottom when they know darn well why things can disappear from the bottom due to optical effects. We've explained it time and time again. I was listening to the show yesterday, and Nathan was explaining it to someone, Brenda or someone, and he was exactly right. He goes, "It's more than one thing. It's optics, it's atmosphere, it's refraction, it's perspective or the angle, it's mirroring, it's magnification."
Chris,
Right?
you don't see it, bro. You're not going to be right until you say the right word. It's
Right.
curvature. That's the only word they want to hear is curvature. Can't hear anything else. And they can't show you this curvature. All they can show you is obstruction and tell you that it's due to curvature. It's all they got. It's garbage.
When
So yeah, you're absolutely right.
I wrote a comment to that yesterday. I wrote, uh, why are we straining to see a curve? If it is a sphere, we should see it by the math given by the heliocentric priest, 8 inches per mile squared. High tide, low tide, optics, vanishing point, etc. They are straining so hard to prove it's a curve from our perspective and optics at sea level. If it's a ball, it should be easily proven. The lengths they go to try to prove it's a curve with the smallest amount of things that deal with the eye and the limited vision and atmospheric conditions. Is this the best they got? Is to go there instead of just showing it's a ball? Just show me it's a ball.
A couple of ballers got triggered the other day when I told them they were scrambling, that the globe is scrambling to prove itself and remain relevant. And they didn't like that because they don't want to hear that they're having trouble proving this ball that they live on. They don't want to accept that.
Is that you, Chocolate? Was that
Yeah,
you
I'm
talking?
sorry.
Oh,
I'm
no,
sorry.
it's
It's
okay.
loud.
Why do you think they want to defend the ball? Like, what vested interest does anybody have in defending the ball? Why not? I mean, if it was a ball, I'd say I live on a ball. If it's flat, I'll say it's flat. What vested interest do ballers have?
I have no clue, brother. I ask that all the time. Like, what is the big deal? Why is it that this particular topic has to get, pretty much shut down and censored and all of that? Why are you guys not attacking the alien people? Why are you guys not attacking the Nibiru people or people who believe in the Loch Ness? Like, what is it about flat Earth that is fucking with you guys the way that you are? That's
Well,
my biggest thing.
I think cognitive dissonance is real, but that can only go so far. Eventually, you have to face reality. And if you found out your school teachers were given an agenda to teach, but it was actually a lie. I mean, think about the communist countries and the totalitarian countries, how they brainwash the whole generation of kids. Uh, this same thing happened here. So all of a sudden you find out, wait a minute, I can't be lied to. No way, I'm not that stupid. No one has that on me. No, I'm going to fight for the ball. Like, what does the matter?
But why? That's my thing. Why? If you live on a ball, you believe you do, so go in peace. And are you trust, enjoy your ball. What are you doing here? Trolling us and porn bombing and sniping and doing all this crap. It makes no sense, and all it does is hurt your guys' argument worse. So keep going. Have fun.
One of the arguments that I'm hearing when I talk to a lot of globe people, that it's very important to them to eliminate any idea of a creator. And with that philosophy that they have, that does it for them. So that's one of the reasons it sounds like they're really stuck to that story.
Well, I think Slick, if that's what they said to you, then you hit it on the mark. Yeah, because if someone's above us watching us, you might live different.
Yeah, and all conversations that always come up, because when I'm having just a casual conversation with a globe person, the first thing they start asking me about is my God. And I never even said anything about a God. So this kind of thing is always coming up. And that's what's given me the understanding that I think that the whole reason for having this model is because that helps them eliminate any idea whatsoever of a creator.
And that's without you bringing it up, right?
Exactly.
Well, that's pretty telling because as a Christian, I do bring it up in discussions, and I could see me getting it. But if you don't bring it up and it comes out, then that's letting the cat out of the bag for sure.
Oh yeah, I had one guy, as a matter of fact, just the other day, he he just could not believe that I could even make a statement like that without bringing up a creator. He was just stunned. I'm like, what are you so stunned about? So what he was basically telling me is that that's what's going on here. This is a story of atheism versus theism. So that's what I
Right.
was getting out. That's what I got out of his conversation.
Yeah, the first verse, and I'm not saying this to get into my faith, but I'm saying it because it delves into science. The first verse of the Bible is very interesting. You got an agnostic scientist named Herbert Spencer. Just look him up. Herbert Spencer. He actually came up with the phrase survival of the fittest that Charles Darwin used. They were contemporaries. So Charles Darwin used it, but he credited Herbert Spencer with survival of the fittest. So this is an agnostic. He said everything we can know about the universe could be explained in these 5 words. So he's talking about reality: time, force, action, space, and matter. So he put out these 5 words: time, force, action, space, and matter. Coming from an agnostic.
You are watching this on the Nathan Oakley premiering stream, then stay tuned as there will be an after show to follow. However, if you're watching this on Nathan Oakley 1980, then unfortunately this is where we bid you farewell. A massive, huge, enormous thank you to all of today's live panel for making this debate possible, and of course a massive thank you to all of you in the live audience for tuning in and hopefully sharing this live debate. If you'd like to keep yourself occupied after the debate is over, then go to nathanoakley.com and check out the Flat Earth Debate Forum to keep up to date with the community debate. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!